Welcome back to Exo Reality. Today we're stepping inside the vault of one of the most controversial figures in modern aerospace, Dr. Eric Davis. For 30 years, Davis has been a go-to scientist for the Pentagon and the CIA on exotic physics. In a recent rare sit-down, he described a series of claims that challenge conventional assumptions about unidentified aerial phenomena and government secrecy. Setting aside science fiction narratives, the discussion centers on what Davis asserts are factual elements of a decades-long classified history: alleged crash retrievals, restricted research programs, and the bureaucratic structures designed to contain them. This program, by the way, was on the show American Alchemy, hosted by Jesse Michaels. First, the Roswell incident. While official explanations have evolved from weather balloons to classified surveillance programs, Davis asserts that the 1947 crash near the Foster Ranch in New Mexico, actually on the Foster Ranch, involved a crash of unknown origin rather than conventional equipment. According to statements attributed to Davis, the United States government may possess between 10 and 40 objects retrieved from unexplained crashes. Some are reportedly fragments, while others are described as largely intact craft. He has characterized certain recovered materials as exhibiting unusual structural properties. For example, layered combinations of magnesium and bismuth have been cited in discussions of these alleged fragments materials. Although these elements are familiar, the bonding structures described in some analyses appear difficult to reproduce with modern manufacturing techniques from the mid-20th century, and in some cases remain unexplained even today, suggesting non-human manufacture. Now, the bigot list and the hanger. If such materials exist, the question becomes why progress towards understanding them has been limited. Davis has suggested that extreme secrecy may be a major obstacle. Some alleged programs are said to be embedded within private aerospace contractors, like Lockheed Martin, under security mechanisms known as bigot lists. These lists define extremely restricted access groups. Individuals not explicitly authorized cannot even acknowledge the existence of the project. According to Davis's description, the compartmentalization on historically limited participation to small engineering teams while excluding broader communities of theoretical physicists who might contribute new models. The result, he claims, is that decades of investigation have produced little success in reverse engineering how the craft allegedly operate. He has also asserted that high-ranking officials have occasionally been granted direct access to the physical objects, the craft, including senior military leadership during the late 20th century and on into the 21st. The humanoid encounter. One of the most controversial claims attributed to Davis concerns an alleged 1964 incident at Holloman Air Force Base. The account describes multiple unidentified craft approaching the base, one of which reportedly landed. According to the story recounted by Davis, a humanoid entity exited the craft and interacted with military personnel inside a secure facility. Descriptions suggest a figure outwardly similar to a human being rather than a stereotypical extraterrestrial form. The event is sometimes said to have been filmed by the Defense Audio Visual Agency, though no confirmed footage has ever been publicly released. There are multiple witnesses to this incident, by the way. Finally, Davis has argued, and did argue on the Jesse Michaels show, that the secrecy surrounding the objects may be maintained through extraordinary legal authorities. He has referenced presidential emergency action directives, policy frameworks developed during the Cold War that grant the executive branch sweeping powers during national security crises. Within this narrative, some officials have allegedly exercised oversight over highly compartmentalized aerospace programs, while others lost access as responsibilities shifted between government agencies and private contractors. Whether these claims ultimately prove accurate or not, Davis's perspective on American Alchemy, that show last week, reflects the testimony of someone who has spent decades interacting with defense and intelligence research programs focused on anomalous aerospace technology. This is very disturbing, interesting, and time pressing, ladies and gentlemen. Remember to like and subscribe Exo Reality. I'm your host, Christopher Carson.